One thing I forgot to announce earlier today was, Orson, I believe your cousin is here, is it? Is she? Do you, can you come up here a second, please? You're going to have to tell us all about yourself. It's just 2 seconds now.
2 seconds long enough for my name. Yes, I'm Louise Burton, and my mother is Aunt Jessie's baby sister, Margaret, better known as Peggy. There's a middle sister in there, Agnes. They all came to Canada when my mother was 1.5 years old. Aunt Jessie was the ripe old age of 11 or 12. So the memories of Scotland from my mother's viewpoint were more of hearsay rather than actual memories. But they did come to Rathilda, Saskatchewan in 1924 and set up farming. Now, Granddad, introduced to you earlier as Angus Fraser, he was a musician. He played the fiddle or the violin. He admitted to being a fiddler rather than a violinist. Although I did hear him play a record one time that was brand new to him, it was a gift. Then he picked up his fiddle and played the very classical piece of music right along with it, having heard it once. So I think he was a violinist. That may be where Aunt Jessie got her musical gifts from, and where her son, Don, plays the stand-up bass that she had before him, and her son in the choir also. So the musical thing just runs through the family. I was reminded by several of my other cousins that Aunt Jessie was born in September. Wasn't that too bad? Too bad Granny and Granddad hadn't thought about that before they had a September child, born when harvesting would be happening all across the prairies. Of course, I don't think they quite thought of that then. So all of the relatives who were here for her 90th birthday, because it was moved to August before harvest and before school started and all that sort of thing, are all not able to be here today. So in their stead, I'm to bring greetings to Aunt Jessie on her 100th birthday, and they're all thrilled for her. And Dawn has put together a PowerPoint, which you'll see a little later, with greetings from some of them. And my mother, who's had her own health issues this year and wasn't able to come this year, said, well, I guess she's turned out all right. And she says, you know, for 10 years, she says, I've heard on the phone from Aunt Jessie saying, well, yes, of course I want to live to be 100 to get a letter from the Queen. And so today, that came to fruition. But there was the second paragraph to go with that saying, and if Queen Elizabeth dies and Chuck becomes the king, I'll die first. So I don't know what she had against Chuck. But anyway, but Mom wasn't able to come today either, and she says, but you know, it is a long way to come for a cup of tea. She lives in Saskatchewan still. And to Aunt Jessie, from all of your extended family who aren't here today in body, everybody's here with you in spirit, and very happy birthday.